Alright guys, so as you can see, I've started doing a few upgrades on the deadbolt. My goal is to mod this one and keep the red one basically stock. So I did the hot racing shocks already, really like those. And then I just got the RC four-wheel drive wheels here. I don't even have them mounted right yet. They're not aligned and stuff, but I got them through together with these tires on there. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep these tires, so I just kind of threw them together. I want to see how it did. I got the wheel weights for them from Full Send RC. So shout out to them because they're like $6 a set, and those make a huge difference. I tried it crawling one little area that I struggle with the stock one, and it made it first attempt. So I'm gonna try to get a shot of that to put in here to show you a little bit of difference. But starting on a couple other things right now. You can see here I got the Hot Racing aluminum steering links. Getting rid of these old junky sloppy ones. So I've got that off right now. And then I also am gonna be doing this Emax servo. I was very curious how much better this is, so I've seen people using it a lot. So we're gonna find out. Stock one's just a little weak when you're in a bind, so I'm hoping this one has a little more power to it. And so yeah, I'm gonna work on that. And then I'm gonna kind of do a little comparison between this one with the mods I've done and then the one just bone stock. And then this little truck, the Sumo, found out the motor's shot on it. So I'm supposed to be getting a motor for it today. Hopefully I can make it work, and hopefully I'll be getting that thing back up so it can be thrown in the mix with the comparisons. So I'm gonna get this servo and stuff in and get a little bit of comparison between it and the stock. Okay, so I have the two trucks here. Basically all stock, this truck. Only thing I've done is I do away with the body post on all of these. Put a magnet here, magnet inside the body. And that way, that's much easier. Did the same thing to this one. With this truck, I did the Hot Racing shocks, the RC four-wheel drive rock locks, and RC four-wheel drive steel beadlocks. I'm gonna start off by saying I do not recommend these beadlocks. I absolutely hate these wheels. Garbage. They are a pain in the butt to mount, and I've ran for 10 minutes and I'm already losing a bead somewhere. Have to take them apart, redo them. They're just not good. I'm thinking I may glue them because they don't want to mount right at all. You can see the bulges in that. And I've took them apart about 50 times each, trying to get that lined out. It just won't work. It's like the lock here is too small. Just, I hate these wheels. Absolutely hate them. Only reason I'm running them is because the Full Send weights that are designed for them are awesome. So I'm running those brass weights in these wheels. And then I upgraded to the Emax servo. That's probably one of the best upgrades you're gonna do, and you'll see shortly why. And then I have the Hot Racing aluminum links on this truck versus all stock on this one. You can see the old janky loose linkages on this truck. So that is so much better, and I'm wasting no time in ordering one of these servos for this truck, because that is probably, that and the wheel weights is the single best upgrade possible in my opinion. So this little hill right here, is tough. This part's not so bad getting to here. Getting on top of here is pretty hard. And I'm gonna try to do this with one hand here. I'm not sure how easily I can do that. The truck with the brass weights just really sticks. It's so much easier to keep it from flipping and rolling back on you. And this servo is unbelievable. You can actually use it to help maneuver yourself. The other one, you get in the bind right here, I guarantee you it would not turn those wheels like that. You can see I'm actually moving the truck with just the steering because the servo has enough power to actually do it. The stock one would not have done that. This section here is really tricky. And you can see I made it to the top. So now let's do this again with the stock truck. Same approach. You can tell there these tires just don't give like the rock locks, and the truck is a little more bouncy. I believe that's just from the wheel weights on the other truck. It's more planted, more solid. This truck can make this. I've done it. There we go. And I've actually made it to the top of this truck, but I have a very hard time. You can see how tipsy it is there. You can see there that this servo, it just don't have the torque at the other one. And the other one's pushing the wheel weights too, so it should make it a little harder on it. Like where this is at, I can't get any turn out of that hardly. Just makes it harder to maneuver yourself. Right there I would cut left. I'm trying to back up, and see when I cut left it does nothing. If I make this, I'm gonna feel really good because it's been a long time since I made it to the top of this stock truck. Nice. So, it can be done. You can do a lot of the same stuff with a stock truck, but I think you can tell in the video between the two that it's much easier with the modded truck. So my plans for this truck are to put some brass wheel weights in the stock wheels and tires. I want to see how the stock wheel and tire with weight compared to the RC four-wheel drive, the upgrades. Main reason is if you buy one of these and you can put 12 to 15 bucks in wheel weights and be just as well off. I I think the wheels were like 25 and the tires were around 25 or something. So I don't know, maybe 50 bucks in wheels and tires on that. If you can throw $12, $15 weights in these and be just as well off or even close. I mean, you've seen how well this climbs straight out of the box. It's pretty dang close. You know, every little upgrade, of course, makes it a little better. But if you can do super cheap mods and be almost as well off, then, you know, obviously that's what I recommend. I'm definitely putting one of these in it. If I bought one of these again, straight out of the box, my first upgrade would be this. And I can't speak for the longevity of it. Hopefully it lasts a long time. But I've seen where you can get like 4 of these for 20, 25 bucks. So if they don't last that long, they're not expensive. So number one upgrade, gotta be that servo, in my opinion. The wheel weights are gonna help you the most probably as far as climbing. But the servo also gives you the maneuverability where you can kind of move the truck with your steering. Because that's what crawling is a lot, you know. You get in spots where you need this rear end to come around. Well, you might not be able to do that if you can't get this thing to steer. So, you know, you kind of got to work this thing around like this, you say. You're not going to do it without some good steering. So that's my number one upgrade I would recommend. I got a lot of stuff planned for this little truck. Honestly, I kind of hate to bother it because it is dialed right now. Not even kidding. This thing, my father-in-law, he's in love with these things, and he's wanting to get him one right now, but they're kind of hard to find at this point. And he said, if I get one, I'm setting up it exactly like that truck because it is perfect. And it really is. I've not put that much money into it, and it's sick. I'm sure it can get better. You know, there's people that have this stuff figured out way beyond what I do, but and they also have a lot more money in it. So for taking the truck right out of the box and putting maybe $100 in it, which is a lot for a truck that cost $110 or whatever, but it's well worth it. That thing is amazing. So yeah, got more I'm going to be doing to that, possibly more power. Curious to see what this thing will do in there. Don't really need it in here, but when I take these outside, I'm pretty sure I'm always going to love more power. So keep your eyes out for more to come on this little mini series here and comparison and that sort of thing. And I'm definitely going to order those wheel weights. Hopefully I'll have those in by next week sometime. And I can do another little comparison with the weights and the stock wheels and tires, see how it does. Possibly going to be changing the body here, doing some stuff. And then going to be getting fired up with the Gen 8 hopefully soon. Doing a little more stuff and maybe get out on some real rock. It's pretty hot out right now, so I'm kind of spoiled to come in here and just toying around in the garage. So we'll see about that. But I do appreciate anybody that's been watching, checking out the channel, subscribing, liking videos, whatever. But please comment. What do you want to see? What do you want me to do to these things? You know, I'm pretty open. I have in mind some things I want to do, but if you're considering something and you'd rather see somebody else try it first, I don't care. That's what I like about this hobby most, honestly. I love tinkering with the things and seeing what little change-ups do. So if you got something in mind you think I should try, let me know. If you have a good motor in mind for a Red Cat Sumo, I'm having trouble getting a motor that fits the transmission on that thing right. I pulled one from a servo and it fit, lined up, and it works, but it's weak. So I'm gonna try a little stronger servo, pull it apart, steal the motor, and hopefully that'll get that in the mix. I've got 4-wheel stereo on it, so it'd be pretty cool to compare it to these little things. So just hit me up, let me know what you want to see. Appreciate everybody watching. Peace.